Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain's bayonet charge that was pivotal for the Union. That begs the question, what if this never happened, and what would happen to the Union without it? Well, one thing that could happen is they could immediately reclaim Little Round Top if they had to retreat, which the size of their army may not be impossible. However, remember, General Meade is in charge of this army at the time, and so there's a good chance that they would retreat, since he did not go after the Confederate army and they were weakened after Gettysburg. Another thing is the rest of Gettysburg would not have happened if the Union army would have retreated, and Pickett's charge would never happen, which, of course, largely downsized Lee's army, and Lincoln would more than likely still be unsatisfied with Meade's performance if they retreated, because obviously they retreated, and so he'd still replace him with General Ulysses S. Grant instead. And there's two ways that the rest of the war could play out. They win or they lose. And the first way that I'll talk about, and I'll let you choose your side of which you think would happen, is they lose. This would happen because of their low morale and their low confidence, because they did not impact Lee during Gettysburg. Also, weeks before, they lost Chancellorsville, and so going from a loss to to Little Round Top to Gettysburg would really hurt. Another thing is political power. Political power, because who would want to back up Lincoln after the Union Army is just getting destroyed over and over again? And that would start to tear the Union apart, and the Confederacy would start to just have their strategy work of wearing the Union down, and that's all because the bayonet charge maybe didn't happen. Now, the other hand is that the Union wins, which this could happen by, one reason is Lee couldn't do much with the land he gained from Gettysburg. The reason for this is because it's actually, as you can see, they can easily cut off his trade routes and escape routes from Virginia, which would lead into them trying to fight their way back to Virginia, which will lead into just even greater casualties than being flanked. Lincoln, of course, he's keeping up the industrial in the north, and so they're going to be able to easily combat the South and even wear them down, which is actually when you think about the strategy the South is using, that's the strategy they're using. And so, if it wasn't for Joshua Lawrence's bayonet charge, who knows who would have won the Civil War. In lots of bloodshed that was prevented because of it.